All right, guys. If you'd have told me 3 years ago that the college football national championship game was going to be played between the Indiana Hoosiers and the Miami Hurricanes, man, I would have told you to stop drinking that moonshine and go lay down in the shade somewhere. But here we are. And I'm going to say something that's going to make folks in Tuscaloosa and Columbus probably throw their remotes at the wall because this game is better for college football than any blue blood rematch we could have ever asked for.
I know I'm asking a lot, you guys, but hunker it down one more time.
And, Matt, you're starting early today, ain't you?
Hey, man, I mean it. I mean it. We've spent decades complaining about the same four logos on the trophy. Now we got Kirk Cignetti, a man who basically walked into Bloomington and told the world, Google me, I win. And he's going up against Mario Cristobal, who has finally brought the U back to the promised land. This isn't just a game, it's a shift in the sport. And before we dive into the weeds of Indiana versus Miami, I want to say this. If you're tired of the same recycled takes and want real conversations about football, hit that subscribe button. We're growing this thing from the ground up, and we want you along for the ride. So come on, jump on in the truck with us, and let's make this thing happen, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. All right, Matt. Let's talk Vegas for just a minute. I'm looking at the Vegas betting lines right now, and the wise guys are giving a lot of respect to the Cream and Crimson. Indiana is sitting as a 7.5-point favorite with an over/under hovering right around 48.5. Now, Matt, to me, that 7.5 is a stay away number. It feels like Vegas is baiting you to take the Canes because they're playing in their own backyard at Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah, the line is Vegas telling us that Indiana's 15-0 record isn't a fluke. They just dismantled Oregon. If you watch that game, I mean, they made those guys look like a JV squad. But you hit the nail on the head. This is a home game for the Hurricanes. Usually you give 3 points for a home field advantage, but in a national title game, it's different. But I'm going to tell you, my gut tells me that this is going to be a one-score game. Indiana's efficient, but Miami has that dog in them right now. If you're betting the under, you're betting against two of the hottest offenses in the country. I think the over is going to be the play here. But that 7.5-point spread, that's a tough one to crack, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game for sure, man. I kind of want to dive into the quarterback comparison, man. It's a quarterback comparison for the ages. Really, on one side, you've got Fernando Mendoza for Indiana. The kid is a Heisman winner for a reason. He's completed nearly 80% of his passes in the playoffs. He's got that point guard mentality. He doesn't care who gets the points as long as the ball is in the right spot. He's surgical, man. He's really good football player.
He is, man. There's not a lot of bad things you can say about the guy, but let's look on the other side. You got Carson Beck, who I just threw a lot of shade at last week. But, my fellow Georgia fans are split on him. But you can't deny his resume. He's 36-5 as a starter. He's been in the biggest rooms. He's felt the biggest pressure. If Mendoza is a surgeon, Beck is a seasoned general. I mean, he doesn't panic. We saw it against the Ole Miss game in the Fiesta Bowl. There was 18 seconds left in the game, and he just tucks it in and runs for the win. Mendoza has the stats, but Beck has the scars. In a championship game, sometimes the guy who's been hit the hardest is the ones you really want under center.
Absolutely, man. I agree with you there. I kind of want to talk about the trenches for a little bit, the trenches battle, because that's where Mario Cristobal lives and breathes. Miami's offensive line, led by Francis Mauigoa, is literally a wall of humanity. They've allowed Beck to stay clean most of the year, but Indiana's defensive front with Kamara and that bunch, they play with a chip on their shoulder the size of a tractor, man.
Oh, yeah, they do, and it's going to be a bloodbath in the middle, but my X Factor players are going to be on the outside. With D'Angelo Pons for Indiana, man, that guy is a ball hawk. If Beck gets lazy with a deep ball, Pons is taking it the other way. And for Miami, you got to keep your eye on Malachi Tony. He's a freshman, but he's playing like a five-star vet. If Indiana can't generate a pass rush with four guys and they have to blitz, Beck's going to find Tony on a slant, and it's 6 points before you can blink.
Well, yeah, for sure. And, Indiana's offensive identity is tempo and trust. They don't just go fast. They go fast with a purpose. They want to tire out that Miami defensive line. Defensively, Indiana plays that multiple 4-2-5 look, and they're excellent at disguising coverages. They make you think you have a window, and boom, they slam it shut.
Yeah, they do. Miami, is the complete opposite. They want to bludgeon you. They want to run Mark Fletcher 25 times right down your throat to see if you've got the stomach for it in the fourth quarter. Their defense is all about speed. They've got athletes that can chase down a gazelle in a phone booth, man. The question is, can Miami's secondary hold up if Mendoza starts dealing? We saw Ohio State pick them apart for a bit before Miami's pass rush took over. Indiana has to protect Mendoza, or it's going to be a long night for the Hoosiers in Miami.
Yeah, man, real quick, we kind of should dive into the injury report. Miami lost Xavier Lucas to the targeting ejection in the last game, so he'll miss the first half. That puts them in a tough spot early, but, Indiana seems relatively healthy. Though I heard Omar Cooper Jr. was limping a bit after the Oregon game, so we'll see how that goes, Matt.
Yeah, Cooper is the key. If he's not 100%, Indiana loses their deep threat. That allows Miami to stack the box against the run and keep an eye on the pregame warm-ups. If Cooper isn't explosive, Indiana's playbook's going to shrink, and it's probably going to shrink about 30%, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Matt, it's time. Last week, we both looked like fools. Man, what was that?
Trust me, bro. You don't even want to know. Just keep on going. You don't even want to know.
Okay, all right, I got you, brother. Hey, we predicted Miami would fall to Ole Miss. Matt, you went on that viral tear comparing Carson Beck to Trinidad Chambliss, calling Chambliss the better player, the better gamer. But Matt, 100,000 views later, and Carson Beck himself is liking the clip after he beat the Rebels.
I know. Man, I know. My DMs have been a war zone all week long. That Miami Nation has told me exactly what they think about me.
Hey, that's just a part of the business we're in, man.
It is, man. Look, I'd rather make bold predictions every week than to play it safe like everybody else, and that's just how I'm always going to be.
Oh, I'm glad you're that way, Matt. But hey, look, I'm not making that mistake twice. I'm picking the Miami Hurricanes to win the national championship. Number one, they're at home. They've got the experience at quarterback, and they're playing with a disrespect card that is dangerous. The final score for me here, Miami 31, Indiana 27. And Matt, before you pick, I want to roll that clip of you eating your words and you eating that crow from earlier this week.
Come on, man. Do we got to do it? Do we got to do it?
Yes, sir. Let's roll that clip.
Now roll the clip.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm hungry. Shoot. Man. I don't know what we're having for dinner. I'm ready. What the heck? Can I at least get some hot sauce with this?
No, we're out.
Welcome to my home. Bienvenido a Miami.
Bouncing in the club with the heels on all night on the beach till the break of day.
Oh, man. Dang, bro. Yeah, I ate the crow. Miami fans, you tried to warn me. I stuck with Ole Miss because I was pulling for the SEC since my dogs weren't there. And I thought Chambliss had the magic to make it happen. But look, I've seen the light. I've watched the tape on Miami 3 times this week. I've seen how Beck has matured, and I've seen how Cristobal has these boys disciplined, and it would be easy and so logical to sit here and tell you that Miami is going to win this game.
Matt, it's a smart pick. It is the smart pick here, I think.
It is. It is. It's a smart, safe, logical pick. Which is why I'm going with the Indiana Hoosiers. I'm going with Indiana Hoosiers. Give me the Sig magic. I think Indiana's efficiency is too much. I think Mendoza plays a perfect game. The defense forces 2 turnovers, and Bloomington burns to the ground in celebration. Final score, Indiana 34, Miami 31, baby.
You never learn, Matt. You're going to be eating a whole flock of crows next week.
That's all right. I got some more right here, baby. I got some more.
Hey, man, what a season it's been, man. Whether it's the Indiana Hoosiers or the Miami Hurricanes, we're witnessing history. We'll be live right after the trophy presentation to break it all down for you guys. We've got a massive off-season planned. We're going to be talking about the transfer portal tracking. We're going to be diving into recruiting. We've got a special series coming up for you about Kirby Smart and his life and how he made it to the University of Georgia. So stay tuned and follow us, man. Hunker down with us and come along for the ride.
Exactly, man. It's been a heck of a ride. Ryan, I cannot wait to see how this one ends. Guys, come join us. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. But we're out of here. And without further ado, baby, you know what it is. Go Dogs!
Go Dogs! From Athens to the nation, I bulldogs in the game. Kirby Smart's the mastermind, remember the name. Leading with precision, championships in sight. 2021 and 2022, we secured the fight. Stetson thrown darts, cold and precise. Bat was in the end zone, clutch every time, no ice. QB got the fire.